D-Wave has been consolidating lately, and it's one stock that's really catching my attention right now. We actually just broke it down in detail in our live session this morning at Market Open. So if you want to dive deeper with us and join those live sessions, just hit the second link in the description. Plus, we've actually got a sale going on right now where you can lock in lifetime access to watch the markets live every day in Stockmate with no subscription needed. So don't miss out. Check the second link in the description. So as you can see here, QBTS D-Wave, we saw this trend start to develop from 97 cents down here to now what is $7.85. There was some sell-offs. This was a Fed announcement that there was going to be less interest rate cuts than they expected. Then over here, this was the announcement from Jensen, NVIDIA, saying that quantum computers are a lot further away than what might be expected. And then you can see that this recovery started to play into this, this stock QBTS. So this is a company that has quantum annealing technology, and they specialize in quantum computing techniques that are optimized for solving complex optimization problems. So if you guys are familiar, a lot of quantum computing companies might be gate-based quantum computers. This is kind of like tacky stuff. If you guys know this, maybe you don't. But those gate-based quantum computers perform a series of quantum logic operations. Quantum annealers like D-Wave, on the other hand, those systems are designed to find the minimum energy configuration of a problem. So it makes them particularly effective for tasks like scheduling or routing or resource allocation. So let's take a look. Those are some of the techie overviews of D-Wave. Let's take a look at my wife just fell over in a chair next to me to the left.
It's true.
So as you can see here, this trend has been very consistent. It's holding this uptrend. There's a Fibonacci sequence we want to go into. The overall quantum market's at 200 billion. It's expected to grow to about 3 trillion in the next few years, according to Microsoft and IBM. A lot of the quantum market kind of sold off today. You can see D-Wave is up here in the past week, but still down about 2.3% today. Aside from this uptrend that's been happening, you can see there is this consolidation, this support here, and then this support that was acting as a consolidation from left to right for a while. We kind of went over that. And then you have the resistance up here. So there's another level right here. You see that resistance. Then if you come over here, it's also a resistance where it was consolidating again from left to right for a couple weeks there, and then recently broke out. This is where things get interesting. It's holding above, it broke up above, basically, if I can get rid of some of this green, this 200-day moving average. So this moving average in a trend, a lot of times this moving average will act as a support. If it's bullish or if it's bearish, it will act as a resistance. Right now it's acting as a support. So this indicates that it's bullish, especially the EMA, that blue line right here. It broke above the blue line. So now it's starting to act bullish, and it recently shot up to $8.22 before ending the day at $7.22. So what I want to get into before we get into some of their quantum annealing, the performance, the scalability of this quantum computer, and also their quantum advantage computer that they launched that boasts about 5,000 qubits, which is making it basically the largest of its kind. This stock chart is almost there. The thing that looks a little overextended on the RSI, maybe on the MACD, and we could see it sell down a little bit more, possibly, because it did just make quite a big move up, as you could see. But if we look at the Fibonacci retracement, which I do want to take a look at here, the Fibonacci retracement, you go from the top down, and you can take a look here. This is the support, and we're going to look from the support to where we could see it getting. So I'm going to say it could get back to previous highs up here. So we could potentially see it kind of follow more or less this type of trend right here. So that would put it at previous highs, essentially, that $11.41 range. And if you guys aren't familiar, Fibonacci basically says this is the golden ratio. 0.618 is where we'd actually indicate more of a buy. And then this right here, 0.5, 0.382, these ratios are usually you want to buy in the golden ratio. So exactly where it is right now is in the kind of the upper level of this golden ratio in the 0.618. And a good trade would be in this red. A great trade would be up here in this kind of darker purple. And then if everything like stays perfectly trending pattern upwards from here as it has been, you can see this trend continuing, then an amazing trade would be obviously into the all-time highs somewhere up here in this $9 to $11 range. So being in the golden ratio, kind of pushing up out of it, then maybe retesting, I really like that. So Fibonacci retracements is showing indicating a buy right now. So outside of Fibonacci, outside of the technicals, see some of the bullish momentum, do see it potentially sell off because it looks a little overextended. I don't think it'll sell off big, but that's something to consider. One of the things that I want to bring to your guys' attention, this Advantage computer that they have. Apparently this Advantage computer is basically one of the largest quantum computers with the largest annealing quantum computer with more than 5,000 qubits and 15-way connectivity capable of addressing computationally complex problems today. So basically, I don't know how much to go into it, but I could just tell you I've done some research on this, and it's basically 30 times faster than its predecessor. So it's delivering equal or better solutions than its predecessor 94% of the time. So it's becoming fairly accurate. And you might say, okay, that's like, okay, it looks like a big quantum computer. What is it actually going to solve? Well, they recently had a partnership with MasterCard, and there's a lot of different companies that we'll be watching that partner with D-Wave, but this is one that you want to take a look at. This is from Palo Alto. This is actually in the past few years. MasterCard take quantum leap into future of financial services. You can see MasterCard and D-Wave are collaborating on research and development of quantum hybrid applications in areas such as consumer loyalty and rewards, cross-border settlement, and fraud management. You can see this is what the CEO, Alan Barrett, says, we are heralding in the next wave of computing, just like the creation of the PC, the emergence of the internet, and the proliferation of smartphones and voice assistants. It is our belief that quantum will have far-reaching and industry-disrupting impact, especially in the financial services sector. I mean, there's a lot of different sectors that will be impacted. Financial has a lot of data, and so it makes sense that in order to get an advantage, you'd have a quantum computer process that data. So they also got other smaller partnerships. They got Karasoft, according to Quantum Insider. They got Stack Technologies, so that's more AI, and it's in the Middle East. They also are working in Europe. This is the first installation of a quantum computer with this company, Jülich, I believe it's called. This is basically a sale of their quantum computer, and this company ordered it. It was Jülich. You might want to take a look. And there's not a really deep article. We could go into it, but essentially that's a advanced system that the Advantage system that we just went over is supplied to that company, and it's Europe's first installation of a quantum computer with over 5,000 qubits. So there's a lot of partnerships in D-Wave's in what's happening with D-Wave. They also are going to be at that conference, NVIDIA's conference on March 20th, where they're going to be having all the quantum computer companies there, basically revealing some of their real world applications. And we have some revenue to see. I'm expecting there's going to be some good revenue reports from Quantum. As they said at CES, is what I heard from a lot of the quantum computing companies, that they were expecting that the revenue that they see in this 2025 period during what is the AI boom is going to be more than what most people would expect. I mean, if you think about it, AI's biggest problem is computation. And quantum computers are great, but they're nothing without classical computer and AI to run with it. So you run AI with a quantum computer, you are able to tackle really big problems, spit out something, and then come back from there, turn it around, run it through the AI again to continue the process. So QBTS is one that's on a trend. We'll be keeping you guys up to date. You can see most of the quantum market down today. The only one that was up today was Amgen, which is kind of in the drug discovery space as well. But you can see IBM was down, Google's down. These companies have been up tremendously, though, from the start of basically November. I mean, this company, D-Wave, has soared from 97 cents up to $7. So we're going to be monitoring it closely. Could see a trend develop here, and I really like what's starting to happen with D-Wave. If you guys would like to join us at Market Open to see if any opportunities present themselves on Monday, we'd love to have you there. It's the second link down below to join StockMate. Thank you guys again for watching. Appreciate you all. If I earned your thumbs up, hit that like button. Do consider subscribing. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.